Slayton slips one tackle, holds onto the football very carefully.
And he was covering it up, wasn't he?
Yep. That'll bring up third down. And it looks like a penalty flag has come out.
This one, they say Ritchie incognito. Ritchie's on the ground right there. He comes up, he gets a shot in. You can see Vandenbosch comes over. I thought that was the flag going to be on Vandenbosch, but the officials were able to see the first hit.
Here's now a whistle and flag. Oh, here we're going to start up big time. This is now escalating to full-scale fisticuffs.
Oh, punches thrown. That was Jonathan Orr, or Michael Orr. Threw a punch. Better just hope he stays in the game here.
Michael Orr, a very, very good left tackle for the Ravens.
Is that Robert Smith that was in the middle of it for the Browns?
Maybe a few guys were in the middle of it.
Well, Robert Smith is the one.
Hill in trouble on 3rd and 20. Down he goes. Back at the 20-yard line. Ray Edwards with the sack. And then a late shove to the left guard, Rob Sims. Jared Allen now involved with the quarterback, Sean Hill.
Sean Hill getting in there, huh?
You don't want to mess with Ray Edwards. He's been taking boxing lessons.
Yeah. You see Brett Favre. Look at Brett. Go get him, guys. Right behind everybody. That's a smart veteran right there, Darryl.
No, that's the first foul you've seen from him all day, though.
Here's what Carl Cheffers was alluding to. Jacob Lacey, Jackson. There's a lot of action going on there.
Yeah. Now you'll see here, I mean, how many times we've seen this? He's thrown it, it kind of goes forward, gets knocked loose, no question. There was no question it was not an empty-handed or fumble. And then all this happens after the play's over.
So Buffalo will get an opportunity to get it back.
Roddy makes the catch. Now Bartell gives him a little push. They're going to stand up. They're jawing. They're talking. Now Roddy's going to say something and throw his right arm up right there, and that's where he hits Ronald Bartell.
Got to have
Bartell, though. I don't know if I want to match up with Roddy White.
I know.
Again, so E.J. Biggers has to play. Big with Aqib Talib on the sideline and a loss of 3 on the play. And a flag goes down. More pushing and shoving going on.
Be interesting to see who actually gets flagged on this one. If Atlanta's fortunate.
This one accepted.
And a couple of tough weeks here for Dimitri Patterson. And you can see it was Patterson who kind of threw the punch at the tail end. And give Percy Harvin credit. That was a good block. He stayed after him the whole time. And you know Patterson's frustrated.
Nolan Carroll was there to meet him and then got some help. And pushing and shoving afterwards. Flag comes out. Though something broke out after the play was whistled dead. Right near the goal line.
Yeah, it was the big guys too.
And they are now backed up to the 21-yard line.
Well, it was Langford and McNeil, and Clary was just coming in to help his buddy out.
Since it was a dead ball foul, that's third down.
Shooting yourself in the foot.
You just can't do it. You don't like the Saints, they don't like you. You can't hurt your foot.
From the 39. And this is Lynch. And one of the things that we wanted to keep an eye on today, Dan, is how well Tavares Jackson can throw the football. And a little chippiness in the middle of the line.
Don't keep pressing the issue. There's no flags thrown yet. Well, there it goes. There it goes. Man, you get through that much pushing and shoving without a flag. Everybody ought to take a deep breath and step.
Tonight, a huge disappointment. He was cut inside by the Jets.
Yeah, Aaron Maven is up against his former teammates. You see the frustration.
Man-to-man coverage, so they just...
Penalties. Neither guy wanting to give up an inch.
Couple of love taps.
Back to the ground game. And more. That head on by Aaron Henderson.
Brown is stopped and then some pushing and shoving. It looks like number 54, Jasper Brinkley, down at the bottom of that pile. And there is a flag down, and Antoine Winfield saying it's against the other guys.
Flacco with time, going to throw over the middle, intercepted. Picked off by D'Amico Ryan. And Ryan is going to be whistled down at his own 44-yard line.
Oh, now we've got another little fracas going on. And there goes the flag.
And the fracas continues. You and I were talking at halftime, Dan, that this could get a little ugly.
Well, I mentioned
if the officials didn't get a handle.
I thought we'd moved past it, but apparently it's in the middle of that. Now there's Ry Rice, number 27. Oh, and he comes in from behind and runs right into the back and almost looked like he stuck his helmet out and tried to almost a little headbutt.
Yeah, and Logan Mankins got a little bit of a late block, and then Mankins just backed off and said, what?
The last 26 possessions. Pryor lost it to the end zone. Intended for Streeter, who was well covered. Kaysen was with him step for step. Now we've got a tussle going on, and a marker is down as well.
Yeah, it's Mike Goodson, the running back, who stepped in on pass protection that got tangled up. And now we've got multiple flags all over the field. The first flag was in the end zone for pass interference, as Rod Streeter tried to go up and catch that football. And then in the backfield after the play was over, and there you see it, he's got his hands up, and neither guy wants to let go. That's Takeo Spikes, who's a guy who's played over a decade as middle linebacker. Neither one of those guys is
number 51 and number 25 have been disqualified.
Wow. You see Takeo Spikes is very unhappy.
You got to calm down.
And I'm surprised that those guys got ejected, because usually you have to throw a punch or do something like that to get ejected. Now Takeo Spikes might add to it. And I agree with both players. Now that's a tussle, no question. They lost their tempers, but I didn't see any ejectable offense.
Talking to Spikes.
And Takeo Spikes, in his 12th year, he doesn't get too many more seasons to have one end in this manner. And I really didn't see anything on the replay that warranted an ejection, unless one of them made contact with an official in the melee or something like that. And Takeo Spikes may not cool down till March.
Leader of the San Diego defense, and again was trying to reach 100 tackles for the season for the 12th time in his 15-year career. Goodson goes off fairly quietly. Let's pick up what happened.
Well, that's the beginning of it right there, and it's just, nobody's going to give up. And see,
I don't
nobody's
think
throwing punches.
Yeah, Spikes was not being aggressive there.
Neither one of them. I mean, they're both pushing each other on the face mat, and right there, okay, I don't see why anybody got ejected because of this. And that, I mean, I can see why if they're not going to let up, then you throw the flag and they offset. Okay, so why did anybody get ejected there, let alone both guys? I think that's an overreaction by the officials.
Takeo trying to get the crowd fired up, as if that's
Outside the head.
Looks like had a handful of Roddy White's face mask and then a shove. Roddy White came back in. 5 accepted penalties.
3rd and 14. Denver with a 7-0 lead under 6 minutes to go here in the first. Manning to the sideline, and Moreno is stood up. 4 yards. And some pushing and shoving after the play between Branch and Franklin.
Well, the Bronco offensive linemen don't like the way their quarterback is being treated here in the first quarter. Manning's been knocked around, and now a flag is thrown for personal foul.
So Manning hit for the 5th time. And right from the start, it was
Tyrann Mathieu, you just can't do this. In the end zone, he throws him down. That's valuable field position. Anquan Bolden says that's not right, young man.
That was some drive.
12, the ball at the Detroit 27. Giovanni Bernard returns, takes the handoff, worked his way to the 20. He refuses to go down. Giovanni Bernard is 5'9", listed at 5'9", 208 pounds, rookie out of North Carolina, second-round draft pick. Penalty marker is tossed. Gresham of Cincinnati.
Well, you got to do a better job. I mean, Jermaine Gresham's a veteran. There's the official.